What's happening, everyone? My name is Speedstreak. Welcome to the amazing digital circus mind games demo. Now, this is actually a fan game created by Pitchbox Studios, which is a non-canon fan game which you play as a newcomer in the digital circus, and you meet all the other members, including Pomni, Caine, Gangle, Jax, Zooble, and Ragatha, as you also face off against a unstable Caine. And yeah, this is as of now, this is just a demo, and I've heard that there's going to be like multiple endings for this game. I don't know how long this is going to be, but we're going to check it out. And also, there's also going to be a feedback here, what can be improved upon with the game, and if I found any bugs. And actually, from what I've seen from the trailer so far, it looks really good. So we're gonna check it out. Without further ado, oh, the animation looks so good. Uh-oh. Yeah, actually, some of those shots were shown as previews. You put on a dusty headset and sitting nearby an old computer. You put on a dusty headset been sitting nearby an old computer. To your surprise, it still works. All considers history, auto save, load options. Okay. No menu, no sound, no game selection. You had no idea what to expect while waiting for it to load. You're surrounded by darkness, and for a few seconds, you wonder if there's anything to play. Oh yes, we are playing as a newcomer. What? A buzz of static catches you off guard until a surrounding void suddenly flashes into a blinding light. Your vision comes a few moments later, a disoriented groan leaving your mouth. Ugh. Oh wow. Oh wow. So yeah, this is a visual novel style type of game, but that's pretty cool. Wait, what are you? There's a bunny right here. Oh yeah, is it? I think it's, I don't know if it's another game or if a character from Pitchbox Studios? Yeah, Pitchbox Studios. Bleary eyes try to look past the spots blinding your vision as it gradually comes into focus. You find yourself immediately assaulted by eye-piercingly blue, brights, yellows, and reds. Wait, is that Pomni? I really like the background, how it's moving, and like that is really cool. You find yourself standing in what resembles the insides of a giant circus tent. You stand in awe, staring at the floating cubes, plastic tubes, and strangely stacked toy box, and suddenly, crack! Uh-oh. An unstable Caine. A loud sound nearly sends you tumbling as a figure materializes from thin air. Well, butter my beloved and smack my sclera, if it isn't a new human! You have bumped into a short something that has now defying gravity right above you. This does kind of remind me of like when I played the Danganronpa trilogy. By the way, we still haven't gotten any new information regarding Danganronpa 2x2. You stare up at the massive pair of choppers with eyeballs, trying to understand what it is you're looking at. Oh, I just noticed that bubble's on the top of his cane. That's a nice detail. Welcome to the amazing digital circus! His voice booms out across the colorful backdrop, his spoken words appearing in bold, colorful letters above him. This looks really good. My name is Caine. I am your ringmaster around here. I can't tell you how delighted I am to finally see a new face in my circus. I just noticed that Caine is has some glitches in his name. The hyperactive denture keeps his two mismatched eyes on you like glue, unblinking and unmoving. All you can do is stare in stunned silence as you attempt to catch up to all that is going on around you. While you're still trying to make sense in front of you, you decide to... Okay, so there's different... Okay, there's... Okay. So there's different choices here. Okay, so it's like a choose your own... I think it's like a... I don't know if it's like a choose your own adventure style type of game. I think it's sort of like with like different decisions. It also reminds me of the Zero Escape games where you do have to... where you make different choices as well. It's been a while since I've played those games. Reach and try to take the headset off. Caine watches you pull at your head. You struggle for a few seconds, but as you quickly realize, there's nothing to take off. Caine is like, Panicked and confused, you ask for a way to disconnect yourself from the game. Disconnect? This place is fun! I promise you there is so much we can do! Anything you want, as wacky as you can imagine! And you still gotta meet all the others, am I right? Others? He nudges your arm incessantly in an effort to convince you to just go with the flow of the game. You notice his fingers tapping rhythmically on his cane, his eyes not leaving you. He insists you experience the game. Give it a chance. You decide to... I'll try the top one. Calm down and accept to give it all a try. He looks ecstatic, clicking his heels together in the air where he was already floating. Wonderful! I promise you we'll have a great time here. I gotta show you around, and we gotta give you a name. He stops in place, upper jaw raising as if he just remembered something. An unreadable look crosses his face before his eyes spontaneously point in opposite directions. Wonderful! I promise... Wait, that was weird. Wonderful! I promise you, you'll have a great time here. And I gotta show you around, and we gotta give you a name. That was weird. He stops in place... Wait, what? Jumpin' jackhammers! And all the hubble below, I've completely forgotten we're in the middle of a hardcore hide-and-seek game! Wait, we're in a... Oh, they're playing hide-and-seek? We? You start to ask, but cut yourself off. It's the other people. He snaps his fingers. A strange board game with his face materializes out of nowhere and falls to the ground. Oh, is that a reference to the music video Happy Place? Because it looks like it. The super duper fantastic Caine game for curing boredom. If you don't mind waiting for me a bit, I'll be back with you in a moment. I promise. Just don't go anywhere, okay? I want to be the one to show you around. Little me game for you to play in the meantime. See you in a bit. Toodaloo! Toodle-doo! Caine vanishes and there is deafening silence around you. A quick look over your shoulders and you can see how big the place is. You could listen to Caine and wait for him, but there's so many strange areas that caught your attention. Ooh. You have a board game at your feet in a strange whole digital world surrounding you. You finally decide, okay, so since this is still a demo, we aren't able to like check out some of these other areas. Well, these sections are still being worked on. What to do? We can always come back and try the different choices. Stay and play the board game. There are missing pieces inside the box, yet the game seemed to not make any sense anyways. You put the board out displaying it on the ground and try to pass out some time. That's funny. I just noticed that there's a bubble. $1. After a while, you're already bored. Not even the instructions are of any help. With the box open in front of you, you take in a deep breath. Everything was quiet. Well, how's the gaming going, Honey Pops? Beautiful to see you still, hanging right where I left you. He had broken the silence with a loud pop and all the board pieces had gone flying all over the floor. With the snap of his fingers, the board and pieces vanished from view. Ooh. Where were we? Oh yes, you need a name and a tour around. You question him about the other place inside the circus, and he gives you a casual look and a wave of his hand to brush it off. They're all fine, just resting after a great adventure. Don't worry, you will get to meet them. You will get to meet them all. I wonder. Caine offers his hand to you. But first, a tour just for you. A great welcome is needed. And a name. Just come with me. I wonder if I was, found myself in the digital circus, maybe my own, avatar in here could be like a, sort of like a robot mixed, sort of like combined with, the design of Metal Sonic and a robot called Botley from Jumpstart 3rd Grade. Well, it's a game I used to play. Because, yeah, the Maze Digital Circus has a lot of things that reminded me of, a lot of the early educational games I used to play. Since they were all, early 3D style. Some of it is 2D. But it was still really good. He grabs you swiftly, lifting you up in the air beside him. Whoa, what the heck? Caine looks back at you, a big grin on his face while you two fly above the circus tent. I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to have a friendly new face around. We are going to have so much fun together. What happened to everyone else? Wait, is the game over? Wait, that's it? That's all? Did you just get rid of everyone? Well, this is still a demo, so... Okay, we're gonna try this again. I didn't expect it to be that short. Okay. Expect. Giant cubes. Then we meet Caine. This is pretty good so far. Alright, so we're gonna try express cautious interest for the digital circus. Caine puffs out his chest with pride, his mouth forming what you can assume his version of a smile. Your curiosity for the circus had him preening, as if you've given him unspoken form of praise. I'm so glad you asked! There's so much to show you! His arms flail around in all directions before looking back at you. Large eyes, somehow, having grown all the larger. By the by, how shall I address you? How shall I address you? You think for a moment, and suddenly realize you can't remember your own name. Your anxiety starts growing as you seem to have forgotten who you are. No worries. I'll make sure to give you a name that goes according to that avatar of yours. He flourishes his cane, giving it a dizzy spin before pointing at your chest with it. You still don't know why you can't remember your name. Every attempt feels as if a wall of static is prohibiting your ability to recall. I think we did try reaching up with the headset. I mean, we could try it like this. Acting confused, disconnect yourself from the game. Just your arm. So we need to go with the flow. Well, actually, we're gonna try. We insist politely you want to exit. Uh-oh. Caine's eyes darken. his body language becoming noticeably anxious. Though you can't quite make it out, you're sure you can hear now mumbling to himself. Why does everyone always... What am I doing wrong? Is it me? Am I not likable enough? Uh-oh. Trying to compose yourself, he looks at you with a fake smile as he delivers the bad news. Ah, yes, an exit. Right. You see, there is no exit. Not that I know of, at least. I haven't seen one around, I'm afraid. At least, not with any I've come up with. Any you come up with? He lets out a frantic, jittery laugh before shooting you with an intense stare. Uh-oh. I'm sorry to tell you, but I won't be able to help you with that. I'm sorry to tell you, but I won't be able to help you with that. What about we instead show you around for now? Learn your way around the circus, introduce you to our many exciting locations! Though he continues on with his booming voice and showman presentation, you can't help but feel as if there's a lingering anxiety that seems to loom over him. He feels suspicious. He can't believe there's no exit to speak of. There's a clear desperation to his actions, a persistent nagging in his desire for you to try the circus game. You will oblige and accept for now. Caine's body tension loosens and lets out a big sigh and smiles. He looks ecstatic. Okay. I'll show you and give you a name. Stops in place. Remember, oh, that's right, the hardcore hide and seek game. Look at yourself off. Snaps his fingers. Right, the board game. If you don't mind, Maine, I'll be back with you in a moment. I promise don't go anywhere. I want to show you around. Oh, I see. Quick look. So many strange areas. Okay, so we're gonna walk towards an open vent on the wall. Whoa! What's with the eyes? Right in front of you on a faraway wall, you spot what looks like an open vent. It's barely visible, with giant colorful cubes blocking it from view. You walk towards it, worried that Caine might come back and find you sneaking around. The vent is indeed wide open, as you thought, big enough for a person to fit in. Had someone used it? Was it the game's secret achievement? You ponder it for a minute, then reminding yourself that you're inside a game, you crouch inside to investigate. Ooh, whoa! The Glink Queen? There's a lot of Glinks here. You notice the wall textures flicker and polygons jet out in odd angles, forming gaps within the vent. The gaps themselves are big enough to see what lies beyond the white expanse. You guess that no one has tested this part of the map yet? It also seems rather dirty in here, with all the cobwebs and strangely shaped objects that also have faces. The gloinks. Perhaps that's why Caine didn't want you to explore? So this is definitely a darker take on the circus. You peer through one of the holes and you get an unnerving feeling that you're being watched. Suddenly, something slithers in your peripheral as a multitude of eyes open and glare back at you from all directions. A booming voice rumbles through the vent. The Glowing Queen. Another colorful character in the presence of the Glowing Queen? Despicable! The eyes glare accusatory, as if the very sight of you disgusts them. You take a moment to formulate a response. You think it's best to act politely. You try your best to be polite, trying to diffuse the tension between you and this monster. You may even compliment their lovely eyes. There are many, many eyes. The creature's eyes narrow as it looks you up and down. You get the impression it's trying to figure out in some way. You must be new here. I have not seen you around like the other things. Take this opportunity to get some answers. What do you know about Caine? He asks the Glowing Queen about what she knows about Caine. The Glowing Queen's eyes widen when you mention this name. Ah, you speak to the mad teeth god that bore this world into existence.
same God that made me and my kin. But it matters not, for he too shall become a light in due time, like everything else.
The glowing queen stares past you as if she has seen this future unfold between her very eyes. It is rather disconcerting to you. You take this moment to slowly crawl away through the vent. You climb down carefully out of the vent onto the soft carpet below, a sound of rumbling emanating from the vent. Whatever that creature was, you're glad that you didn't make it mad. Whoa! Okay, this is a new area. You look around to find your bearings. Oh, this is the room where everyone... This is the hallway of everyone's rooms. Yeah, this is a darker version. Oh, the abstracted. Peeking through the walls. You look around to find your bearings. It seems you're in a shabby-looking hallway past its prime. Muck and grime stains the walls as the wallpaper peels away, revealing strange blinking eyes. I really like how all the eyes are blinking. You try not to acknowledge them. Instead, you wander the hallways, locked doors lining either side, each one adorned with a funny-looking character. It's starting to feel more like a hotel for cartoons than a circus. A thought crosses your mind, though. Why are there so many doors with a red X on them? The question presses heavily on your mind. The abstracted. Suddenly, you're snapped out of your thoughts by the sound of voices. It seems to be coming further down the hallway. With no other options, you head towards them. Maybe they can help you get out of this place? It's better than having the company of doors at the very least. The voices become clearer and clearer as you pick up the pace, until eventually you round a corner and... Wham! Jingle jingle. Oh, did we actually accidentally run into Pomni? Yeah, we did! Oh, she has a key on her. You run directly into something small and colorful. The sound of jingle bells ring out, echoing throughout the hallways as you fall backwards onto the carpet. Oof! Slightly dazed, you slowly look up to see a small gesture rubbing their head in pain. Next to the gesture, a person-sized chest knees down, concerned. Oh, Kinger! Oh, are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up? Oh, is Kinger hurt a bit? I like his design. 3? Wait, I am? The chess piece looks down at his own floating hand. His eyes slowly drift in 2 different directions, as he begins to count them in panic. He seems rather empty-headed. The designs here are really good. Oh, good news. Turns out I have 4. I should be like this. The gesture slowly stands up, giving herself a brief dust-off. This is really good. I like their designs. The gesture's eyes go wide as they focus on you with full attention. Attention fills the space as you look at each other. You get an odd feeling that they're about to try and fight you. Oh, I just noticed that there's a bit of... Oh, I just noticed Kinger is damaged and has some abstracted eyes on him. The jester pulls themselves in between you and the chess piece, slowly backing away with them, tugging into the chess piece's robe. Kinger, we need to get going. Now! Uh-oh. Oh, perhaps they're here to see my insect collection. The jester shakes their head as they continue to step back, not breaking eye contact with you. Oh, that's right. I wonder if they're thinking if I'm a NPC from Caine. You step forward trying to explain your situation. 1 second you are putting on a headset, the next you're talking about the Teeth Man and everything else. Your head starts to ache just thinking about it all. You grab it as if trying to yank something off. Wait, are we beginning to abstract? You start to curl into yourself. I mean, why can't you take it off? Is this even real? A small hand grasps on your own. You look up to see the jester looking at you with some concern. Hey! It's okay. Take it easy. I'm sorry about that. I thought you were one of the NPCs. I was? Okay, so I was right. The reassuring tone in their voice helps you... Uh-oh, it's a misspelling error. Helps to calm you down, not cling you down. There's a misspelling here. You felt you were losing yourself for a second. You're fine. I'm Pomni, by the way, and that over there is Kinger.
Who?
Kinger frantically looks behind him. You stare in sheer bafflement, but Pomni's gaze stays on you. So, what's your name? You try to answer, but nothing comes to mind. Where a name should be is just a blank space. Wait, he didn't give you one? No. She trails off, furrowing in thought. Oh, Pomni. How about we call you, Rookie? For now? Sounds good? Rookie's nice. Your mouth plays with the sound of the new name. It feels right, at least for the time you're here. Pomni brightens up. Well, it's nice to officially meet you, Rookie. She lets out a small chuckle. However, her face drops into a frown. She looks back up at you with a sorrowful expression. What? What is it? Sorry you had to end up here at a time like this, but we really gotta get moving before he finds us. You're confused and ask who she's talking about. Caine. Caine? The big teeth guy? You recall your first meeting with him was, unexpected. Despite the chaos regarding just about, well, everything, he seemed harmless, if not incredibly eccentric. You fall in step beside Pomni and Kinger as they begin to make haste down the hall. You ask about what Pomni meant about Caine finding you. Well, he's upset and unstable, more than usual. It started with the little things, a strange glare or mean comments. But now, I think he's trying to kill us? Pomni trails off as she fidgets with her hands. She snaps back, looking at you. But we're trying to find a way to fix him. Kinger thinks there's something up with his base code. Ooh, callback to episode 8. You look over at Kinger, who's currently starting... Oh no, Sorry, I found another misspelling error. Who's currently staring at the bright ceiling light. You look down at Pomni, skeptical. She lets out an awkward laugh. He's smarter than he looks. Trust me, we wouldn't have gotten this far without him. That's right, because he's able to regain his sanity in the dark. Pomni smiles weakly as she turns to him, as he continues to stare at the light. Oops. Oh, it's my... Okay, that's what it is. I noticed that my mouse scrolling. Pomni, are you seeing these white dots in this light? White dots? You feel that without your help, these two might not complete their goal. But do you really want to get roped into something like this? You just want to go home after all. Okay, so this is another section that will be released in the full game. Stay and help them with their plan. Against your better judgment, you take a deep breath and offer to help fix Caine. Somehow. You don't actually know what the plan is. Perhaps you should have asked that before agreeing. Pomni looks up with surprise and relief. It seems she was hoping you would stay and help. That's good. Well, I'm glad you want to help, especially since you just met us. Thanks. The three of you continue your journey down the various hallways. You notice Pomni's eyes dart around trying to find something. She notices you looking at her. Oh, we're keeping our eye out for doors that this key fits into. They appear randomly. Hopefully one will lead us to Caine's control room. That's what Kinger thinks anyway. That's why she has the key. Suddenly there's a loud whack as Kinger smacks his head first into a large door, surprising both you and Pomni. Oh gosh! Kinger, are you okay? I'm not Oak, but the door is. I don't know if that's like a tree pun or with the door, or if it's just a misspelling error. Oh, it is Oak. It is Oak. Okay, never mind. You all stand in front of a large oak wooden door, engraved with vines and a weird grinning bubble. Bubble? Pomni lifts her key and tentatively slots into the door's keyhole. She pauses and looks back at you. This place isn't exactly safe, so be ready for anything. Okay. I just noticed that the middle part is like an apple. I wonder if that's a reference with, like, the Garden of Eden, as well as since Caine is, like, also a reference to Cain and Abel, the first two sons of Adam and Eve. You give her a nod in confirmation. She turns the key and swings open the door. Whoa! Oh no, the Mildenhall Manor. Oh no. On the other side is a rather fancy trophy room with a roaring fire and comfortable sofas. It would be a nice place to stay if it wasn't for the freaking mounted heads on the walls that glare down at you. I don't know. If it wasn't for the freaking mounted heads on the walls, I don't know if this is like a bit of an error. Like, if you... I don't know if it's like if it's either they glare down at you, or if it's wasn't for the freaking mounted heads on the walls that glare down on you with, like, they just need to get rid of the period and just lower the T in that. Though strangely, one of the mountain frames doesn't have a head. Instead, just a small plaque with a familiar name. Familiar name? Pomni grimaces as she looks at them. As she looks up at them, her hands begin to fidget even more than before. Well, that's right, because she was at the Mildenhall Manor, and this is giving her a bit of PTSD. Well, not the room we're looking for, but it could lead us to it. Any ideas, Kinger? Kinger wanders off to one of the sofas and sits down a specifically comfy one. You know, I think this is made with crocodile leather. The good stuff. Wait, is that gummy goo? He begins to lean back, his body pressing into the pillows of the sofa as he lets out a content sigh. Pomni lets out a sigh as she still fidgets. Well, I suppose it's okay to take a rest for a bit. We can wait for a while. We can wait a while. What do you mean, wait a while? Pomni sits down on her own sofa. You see as her own body loosens, as it looks like she's about to pass out. You wonder how long she's been running about. They both are rather worn out, the more you look at them. Perhaps you could ask some questions. You can ask why they look so worn out. Pomni lets out a tired sigh. Another misspelling error. Is that obvious, huh? Things haven't been great around here. Caine's games have been pretty creative with how they kill us. What? Oh, but don't worry. We don't actually die. We just feel the pain of dying. Yeah, that. So it's leaning more towards into the I have no mouth and I'm a scream perspective. Okay. We're only able to escape his last game because the NPCs also started acting erratically. We're lucky to even be here talking about it. Is there anything else you want to ask? You're about to ask them further when suddenly
Wham!
Ah! You hear the door slam behind you. What? Pomni rushes toward the door, key up front to try and open it. However, as soon as she enters the key, it emits a loud error sound. Guys? I think we have a problem. The fire roars as the flames bellow out from the fireplace before it quickly snuffed out. Once the warm room is now filled with a sinister dread. You feel a shiver creep down your spine. Uh-oh. Oh, I think this is one of those sleepovers. I don't think so, Kinger. You feel the room begin to rumble and shake as the walls begin to crumble and split open. You hold on to Kinger to keep him upright, to keep him upright as Pomni's eyes dart around the room. Come on! It has to be there! Pomni points towards the vent on the other side of the room. As she races towards it. Uh-oh. Whoa! I did not expect that! Holy crap! That is terrifying. The mounted heads violently clattered together, their mouths chattering as thick vines erupt from behind. The freaky vine creatures gnash teeth hungrily, their vines twisting towards you and Kinger. Okay, Kinger needs to be capitalized. What the? A thick vine suddenly bursts out the fireplace, blocking Pomni's path. You feel Kinger's posture change. You look up and notice his eyes seem more focused. He moves in front of you in a protected stance as he grabs something out of the obscured trophy-decorated walls. Oh, Kinger's spine's returning.
Get behind me!
Kinger holds it up as it glints in the darkness, ready to swing down. It's a machete that poofs into a cloud of pixels as soon as it makes contact with the vines. Wait, what? Uh-oh. It's not working. Why does King even have that? There's little time to act. You have to move, but you're unsure where to help first. You decide to... Ooh. Help Pomni move the thick vine aside to enter the vent. You run over to Pomni and both of you are able to move the heavy vine away, leaving a small opening to the vent. Pomni starts kicking it to loosen it, but a scream startles you both. Oh crap, I should have saved Kinger. Oh! Oh no! You look back at Kinger has been grabbed by one of the heads and is being dragged away while struggling. No, Kinger! Kinger! Pomni immediately launches herself and takes Kinger by the rope, trying to pull him back from the deformed rabbit-looking mount that is munching on his face. Holy crap! With everything happening so fast, you need to make your position. I'm gonna help them. You run over to the creepy smiling rabbit, avoiding the other slithering Slithering? That needs a G. Mountain heads trying to grab you and Pomni. Using all your strength to kick and punch it finally lets Kinger go. Kinger falls to the ground. He stands up and looks around himself with a determined look.
Over here! Quick!
You two quickly follow Kinger to the fireplace, avoiding the vines and biting the heads flinging about. You duck and punch at one of them in time. You focus your attention back at Kinger, who is now touching the walls around the fireplace, trying to find something. Oh, secret door? What are you looking for?
The switch! There should be a hidden one here.
A head that resembles Kinger launches over you. You manage to dodge it, but it hits Pomni, pushing her way between the other head vines. Oh no! You look back to see Pomni struggle with the vines and back to Kinger, who is frantically feeling the walls for a switch. I think Kinger's got this. So I gotta go help Pomni out with the vines. You wave her arms, running over to Pomni, trying to keep the vines away from her. The crying white mask trying to bite down you both. Oh, Gangle. Uh-oh. You suddenly hear a strange laugh in the distance, almost like it's echoing in the back of your mind. You look around, trying to locate it. Caine. Something isn't right. You look back at Pomni. Whoa! Her face? Her head? Pomni looks like some kind of mindless zombie now? But her neck... She has... What? Oh no! Caine had replaced Pomni's head with a version of herself as one of the biting head mounts. Pomni's body still hurts, but she seems confused. Touching her new cosmetics, she stumbles a bit trying to find herself. Oh no. Her new head wakes up and starts to jitter and bite the air, almost like a rabid dog. Pomni's body then slowly starts to walk towards you with her arms extended, trying to find her way around. She doesn't realize what's happening on the other side, but her new head mount locks its attention on you and tries to push itself as if to bite you. Oh no. You shout back at Caine, asking in a hurry if he found the right switch yet, but the purple rabbit was taking away his attention. He's finding it was one of the fireplace's metal tools. Stay back! When you finally look back in your own situation, you realize that Pomni is charging at you, stumbling. You look around and think quickly, grabbing one of the pillows from the couch. Use it as a shield when Pomni finally reaches you. The zombie head bites onto the pillow, ripping parts of it. You shove it into her face, pushing her away from you. With one extra push, you make her fall on her back. You take the opportunity to run to Caine and help him fend off the smiling rabbit head by pulling at the vine it is attached to. Caine gets pushed against the fireplace in a struggle. It was here! He quickly pushes the bricks shaped switch in. The fire roars once again bright, ignited by the push of the switch, not only lighting up the room, but igniting the vines growing out of the chimney. Oh my gosh. They scream and thrash in agony, quickly turning into ashes. The other vines in the room retreat in pain. What about Pomni? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Pomni. You look back at Pomni. Her zombie face is melting like wax behind the pillow you shoved on her face. She comes back to her senses. Thank goodness. What happened? You try to explain a few words, but Caine rushes you both away from the dim light, noticing how his sanity starts slipping away from him again. We have to keep moving! Come on! Y'all go towards the room's vents without missing a beat. Is that like also another misspelling? The room vent or the room's vent? Holy crap. You three had gotten out of trouble for now, and don't miss a beat at leaving that place behind. Y'all traverse through a dark vent. Its interior glitched and unfinished. After a long while, Pomni shouts at you two trailing behind. I see a light! Let's see what we find! With a big push of her whole body, she takes the vent grid down and walks and crawls out. Oh wow. You three are standing in the most bizarre space you've seen so far. A strange, unfinished area. Or maybe another of Caine's tricks. A void with so many doors everywhere. Oh, such a beautifully lit place for my insect collection. He's back to his insane self, ending doors in the void. Holy crap. I didn't expect that! Alright, I'm gonna keep continuing on. So, there are different... So, that is really cool that there are different endings. I wonder if, like, if you find all of the endings, there's, like, one good, true ending. I wonder. But it does, yeah, it does remind me of the I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream game, which I played, which, that also had different choices. Alright. We're gonna try something differently here. So I don't know how long I don't know how long this is, but it is really good. I really like this. There are definitely a few misspellings with the with the words here. So we're gonna Try and express a bit of interest. We're gonna try reaching up for the headset. And we insist politely to exit. This is seriously, Pitchbox Studios has done a really good job with this. I know they're also coming up with another game like Your Best, I believe it is called Your Best Friend. I believe that's what it is. I'm gonna insist if I'll find a way out. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done this. Caine's eyes started glitching. The colors alternate between blues and reds. He is obviously enraged.
Oh, so another troublemaker, are we?
A big hand goes to grab you. Uh-oh.
Well then, I can't let you off my sight then!
Holy crap! A popping sound, suddenly you're fitting inside his suit's pocket. He opens it with one finger to look down at your tiny self now trapped in there.
I'm keeping you with me until you learn to behave!
Under surveillance. Oh, that is like one of the worst. Holy crap, that's a dark ending. Okay. I'm gonna try some of the other ones. This is still really good. Even though this is still a demo. So far I found 3 endings. Okay. We're gonna hesitantly go with the flow for now. Yeah, this hardcore hide and seek game is... well... yeah, walk towards the vent. So for this reaction, for this one, we're going to, like, we're gonna have a different reaction with the Going Clean. Oops! Oh, that's what I keep... okay, at least we can go back. Can't help but scream! You fail to make a coherent sentence and let out a terrified shriek. The vent rumbles as the creature roars back. Its eyes glares with even more disdain.
Insolent little thing! You dare raise your tone in front of the royalty? Despicable!
The vent begins to shake and crunch as the creature coils itself around it like a snake. You scramble through as you try to avoid being crushed to death. You dash through the narrowing vent and see a light up ahead. You pick up pace as you feel the jagged polygons dig into your arms. As you approach the light up ahead, you stumble and fall face first onto the ground. Luckily, your fall is cushioned by a carpet. Angry roars echo from the vent behind you as it collapses in on itself. You look around to find your bearings, shabby looking. Okay, so it's the same thing. Under hallways, hotel for cartoons. And you go to the voices. You run into Pomni. Where I am? Okay, so we meet Pomni and Kinger. And we almost abstracted. Okay. And give you one. We're called Rookie. Okay. gonna help them with their plan. So yeah, everything. This is still really good so far. I really like the sprite animations with Caine and Pomni. Well, Caine, Kinger, and Pomni. And I think later on we will get more choices as we meet up with the other characters as well. And I think since they're all in pairs, we might see Jax with Ragatha, and I know Zooble and Gangle are together. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Now, I'm gonna rest up for a bit. Okay, so I don't know if this I don't know if this is gonna have like the same like situation as we had earlier with the freaky vines. So I'm gonna ask about Pomni's key. Oh, it's a key again. Kinger was able to make it earlier to help us access doors that King has locked. Okay. So it's like a skeleton key. It's like those serial numbers you put in to activate a program you bought. Well, sometimes you don't need to buy it. Pomni gives a knowing smirk. Yes, you suggest it's pretty much how a normal key works, but digital. Oh, I guess it's a simpler way of putting it. Kinger told it better when he was explaining it to me. That's good. Pomni awkwardly glances away, embarrassed. Like I said before, the plan is to reach Caine's control room. Hopefully there's something in there that we can use to fix his code. If everything is still the same there. I hope so. Is there anything else you want to ask? I'm about to ask him further when suddenly, wham. You hear the door slam behind you. What? Loud error sound. Oh no. It's not. Ooh, not this again. Bill Kinger's posture changed. More focused. Okay, so this time we're gonna help Kinger. Yeah, help Kinger. You entertain the heads with Kinger. You rush over to Kinger and you two start to wave your hands around like a weird dance, trying to distract the creepy vines. The creepy heads stare confused at you two. Oh no. Suddenly you hear a strange laugh in the distance, almost like it's echoing in the back of your mind. You look around trying to locate it. Oh no. Oh no. Is it Kinger or Caine? Or is it Pomni again? Suddenly, one of the vines launched on Kinger, trying to chomp him down. He dodges at the last minute. There must be a way to lit a fire again. I need a moment to think. Kinger speeds towards the shuffled out fireplace where some of the thicker vines had decided to crawl out from. You look back at Pomni for a second, about to call her, but the vine wasn't blocking the way to the vent anymore. But Pomni had stopped moving. Oh no. Her body language tells you she's in trouble. She starts stumbling around, her hands shooting towards her head while slowly turning around. Not again! No! It's not quite right. Oh no, no, no. This cannot be happening. The snapping sound from before. Had it been Caine? Had he replaced Pomni's head with a version of herself as one of the head mounts? Pomni is in trouble, while Kinger needs assistance to find a way to lap in the room again. I wonder if it's the same thing with go towards Pomni to help her out. Okay. Okay, at least I could go back. I'm gonna try with follow Kinger. You have the gut feeling that maybe going to Pomni right now might not be the safest choice. Follow Kinger and ask what his plan is. The switch! It's quite the fancy room. There should be a hidden one somewhere here to control the fireplace. Was that true? Or was having too much of imagination? Why would there be a button to solve the problems? Though they were inside of a game after all. You had almost forgotten. While running behind Kinger to get to the fireplace, you begin to hear something. At first quiet, but building to a crescendo, you hear the chattering of teeth. You look behind you. The wall mounts are slowly but steadily moving towards you and Kinger, their jaws gnashing like a swarm of hungry piranhas. You have to decide how to act to help the situation. I'm gonna try helping the vines. Well, fighting the vines. You tell Caine to find the switch while you hold off the danger that are beginning to loom over you both. At first he hesitates, but realizing there's little time for indecision, he quickly agrees. Very well. I'll be quick. Just stay safe. He shouts at you while running towards the fireplace and leaving you back with the vines. As Caine begins to search for the switch, you focus on approaching vines. You focus on the approaching vines that slither and snap unpredictably, looking for the perfect moment to strike when you least expect it. They curl and twist towards you like snakes. You stretch out to grab a heavy ash shovel and fire guard from the fireplace as a makeshift sword and shield begin to slash at the oncoming vines as best as you can. You manage to fence a few of them at first, but more vines suddenly join the fray, catching your ankles. As you look down, the vines suddenly coil around you. Your back slams roughly into the ground as they lift you up. Oh crap. The rest of the vines swoop in, wrapping around your body. You struggle trying to get free while the clack of the mountain head's teeth gets closer. Through the chattering, one of the mountain heads groans through smiling teeth. Oh, is that? Oh, that's definitely Jax. Have I ever told you it's my dream to eat all of you? The mounted bunny head opens its mouth in a possibly wide maw, quickly enveloping your face with a startling yet cartoonish sounding chomp, blinding you to your surroundings. Oh no! Did I get eaten? Unable to see or call out through the mountain head that envelops you, the last muffled thing you hear as you're dragged up by the vines is a confused and scared Caine as he calls out for you. Snap! You have been dragged away from everything. A snapping sound can be heard, and suddenly the vines surrounding you let you go. What happened? You open your eyes and find yourself on a soft surface, almost like a big white pillow. You realize with dread you found yourself in a giant gloved hand. A pair of colorful eyes were looking straight at you. There you are! There you are! I told you not to leave now. Did I? He scratches his inexistent chin with the other hand, deep in thought. You are new around here, so I might not be as hard on you. His giant toothed head suddenly gets closer to you, his big eyes not letting you go. But you have to learn to listen. It is dangerous out here without me. Now, let's put you somewhere safe for now. Whoa, what the heck? Caine has dropped you in a giant baby playpen with us in a very childish-looking room. He vanishes, leaving you all alone in your soft prison. In the middle of the engulfing silence, you start hearing voices whispering for help from the nearest overgrown potted plant. They sound familiar to you. Oh no. Holy crap, seriously, this is really dark. Oh, that's right. I didn't save. Okay, so I'm gonna be right back to back into that area. Okay, so I'm gonna try some of these different choices here. Those different questions. What are you the queen of? Eyes frown at you as you ask this question. It seems you have asked the stupidest question.
I am the queen of the groins. You non-groins disgust me with your bipedalness and ignorance. I am groink. You will be groink. All shall consum to groinkus.
Gloin Queen proceeds to name you all of his Gloin children. As the Gloin Queen is listing out the names, you slowly crawl away. Is it scrawl? I think it meant crawl. Okay, we'll get back to I'm going to get back to that area, to the terrifying vine place. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna ask this last question here. You ask how they leave this game. Pomni's face turns into a sad grimace as she looks away. We don't know. We've all been here a while. Kinger the longest. She fidgets with her hand even more. It seems she's trying to choose her next words carefully. I guess what I'm trying to say is we have to focus on what's happening right now. She takes a deep breath in and then out. She looks up with you with a determined look in her eye. After we fix Caine, that needs to be capitalized, then we can focus on getting out. But right now, we have to keep each other safe. I'm about to ask them further when suddenly, wham. Oh boy. Not again. Nope. Ugh. Okay, we're going to do the whole... We're going to be with Kinger again. Not again. So this time we're actually going to help Kinger. This cannot be happening. So I don't know if... I'm actually going to save here. There we go. Don't worry, I'm in the same area. So I can come back in and check the other one. Okay. Looks like a rabid dog. Whoa. Catching you unaware and shocked about what you're witnessing, Pomni suddenly bites down on you with a horrific head, taking a jagged, cratered bite out of your arm, which starts to glitch. What? As you fierce reel from the pain, disassociating as your vision flickers between your horrific digital wound and the convulsing form of what used to be your new friend, Pomni. An itching, crawling sensation quickly moves up your arm, and you feel a sudden stab of splitting agony in your brain. You notice how your own face starts changing and getting bigger and heavier. What? A sharp jolt of static racks your body and mind as you feel as your bones begin to move against your will as you become an unwilling marionette of Caine's bidding. Oh no! No more worries or fears, just letting your own body follow the instructions given. Pomni! Rookie! What are you? The last thing you hear is the confused screams of Kinger, whose hands have been feeling around the bricks of the fireplace, trying to look for something. Are you kidding me? We killed Kinger? It feels like an eternity passes, only then do the vines take control, dragging you all into an inky darkness of a forest of vines and plants. You feel yourself dangling from the air. You open your eyes to see yourself and the others entangled in vines, unconscious. Both Pomni and Kinger have been transformed as hideous mountain heads and seemed unable to react to the situation? You have disappointed me. To think I expected more from you. The jungle of vines started shaking and moving. From the shadows, a big and terrifying figure emerges. Is that a giant spider? Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Oh my gosh, it's Caine. No, it's Caine, but his body looks deformed, elongated, menacing. His multiple arms help him crawl his way towards you three. This is terrible. Now that I've got you all caught in my web, you are it. Left hanging. That is extremely dark. Okay, we're gonna follow King with whatever plan he has. Okay, we're gonna help Kinger instead of dealing with the vines. You two keep searching for the switch as a priority. You follow Kinger to the fireplace, and you two start looking for the supposed switch, trying to ignore the vines' approach. You do just as Kinger does, feeling around the bricks, hoping for a hidden button. Vines start wrapping around your ankles, pulling at your body. The mounted heads gnawing at the air as they loom over you as you trying to snatch a bite of you. With your hand still in the fireplace chimney, you push one of the stones that seems loose, and suddenly the fire erupts. A sudden blast of heat scorching the thick vines that spread out from the chimney. You found it! Thank goodness. You hear the vines screech as they begin to singe and burn. They turn to ashes and the rest of the vines retreat. Pomni, who is stumbling closer to you, stops moving, and her ugly face starts melting off, revealing her real face as she gasps for breath. What happened? The mounted heads also begin to melt, the sound of chattering teeth slowly quieting, clattering to the floor that remains. Kinger rushes you both away from the dim light, noticing how his sanity starts slipping away from him again. We have to keep moving! Come on! You three quickly move towards the vent to leave this wretched place. Is it going to be the same ending? So we've gotten out of trouble for now, and don't miss a beat at leaving that place behind. Should I first do the... Okay, so it might be the same ending. Let's see what we find. Yeah, it is the same room. A void with so many doors everywhere. I think Doors in the Void as of now is one of the better endings for this one. Holy smokes. This is creative. This is really creative. I really like this fan game. It is a really creative design to it, and I really like the premise of it that you're a newcomer to the digital circus, and unfortunately it's not a very good time as that is really cool. I really like this. So far we've gotten 4 of the endings. I don't know if there's a lot more. 1, 2. Actually, no, scratch that. I said there's 5. So we found 5 of the endings. I have to admit, this is really good. I really like this. Seriously. Pitchbox Studios has done a really good job with this game, and I'm looking forward to the full version of it. And I might have missed some things here, but it is still really good. I really like this. And yeah, for the improved upon and reported any bugs, I actually would like to see like all the other characters like be together, but I think the reason why they're in pairs is because that way they're splitting up so they can find more ground. But it will be interesting to meet some of the other characters as well. And yeah, once again, this is only a demo, and I'm definitely gonna give my feedback for this one, which is it is still really good. And if you guys want to check it out, it's officially for free. I'll put in the link in the description below, so you can check it out. And be sure to follow Pitchbox Studios on Twitter and to follow them for updates of the Mason Digital Circus mind games. And also be sure to check out. Be sure to check out. Also be sure to check out the. Also be sure to keep updated for their upcoming game. I mean, like Your Best Friend, which I believe that's what it is. Your Best Friend. I think so. But yeah, once again, this is a really fun game. And yeah, once again, yeah, be sure to check it out. So with that, this concludes this Let's Play of the Amazing Digital Circus mind games. But don't go anywhere. We still have a lot more to look forward to as we look forward to the full game. I also noticed that what's inside the D in mind games, it almost looks like the wirings in the I Have No Mouth, I'm a Scream logo with the exit in the middle, which is actually pretty creative, which makes sense since the Amazing Digital Circus was inspired by I Have No Mouth, I'm a Scream. And yeah, once again, and yeah, that is really cool. Alright, so once again, this is going to be all the time I have today. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to check out my other Let's Plays where I do all types of gaming content, including 2D games, side-scrolling games, action-adventure games, racing games, fighting games, horror games, visual novel games, and many other games. Also, be sure to check out my other content where I do reviews, discussions, reactions, top 10s, voice impressions, challenges, and theories. And if this is the type of content you enjoy watching and can't wait for all these videos, please hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell on. So once again, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Speedstreak out.